You could be surrendered to God and live an intensely active life. In the path of Kundalini Maha Shakti Yoga, the spontaneous yogas take place automatically according to God's will. The flow of Kundalini Shakti brings about the appropriate meditative disposition. She brings about the appropriate sadhana in the sadhaka's life. Kundalini Maha Shakti Yoga, Tantric non-duality, as I am moved to present it, is fundamentally a path of surrender. It's fundamentally a path of Anupaya, no method. Yet it includes within the array of what may or might unfold or what might come about within one's surrender, it includes all methods. In my own journey and process, I like to say that there are two wings on the bird of freedom. On the one hand, self-surrender. On the other hand, self-inquiry. And in my own journey, self-inquiry came about spontaneously. But ultimately, everything that happens spontaneously. Everything is a movement of the universe. One of the reasons that it's encouraged to take this view that everything is the movement of the universe, that the idea of being an individual agent is an illusion, the sense of doership is an illusion. One of the reasons is that when the awakening reveals the self, when the awakening process reveals the ocean of consciousness, it is revealed that the self, which is one's true nature, the universal consciousness, which is distinct from the persona, the personality, or the body-mind, and its characteristics, completely distinct from the egoic self. That universal self that is revealed is unchanging silence. So after every action, there's a certainty that I did nothing. After every thought arises and passes away, there's the certainty that the self remains unchanged. This universal consciousness that we are is always content. It is contentment itself. It's not only at peace, it is peace. And then there are all kinds of additional benefits to exploring the perspective that our true nature is the unchanging Param Brahma, the unchanging substratum, completely uninvolved with time and change, and yet the essence of everything that changes. And for example, one profound benefit of this understanding, and I mean even intellectually, even prior to the revelation of the nature of being, one can hold the understanding, as Krishna put in the Gita, that it's the universal consciousness that makes you act. You're like a machine, is the way Krishna put it in the Gita. And one of the major benefits of this, for example, is that it helps you to not beat yourself up, and it helps you to not judge others too harshly. If we understand that everything that happens is a universal happening, not a personal doing, and we go through a bout of depression, or we become unduly upset at a circumstance or with a person, we can simply appreciate that this is what has happened in such and such a circumstance or in such and such relationship. Events happened, reactions happen, and the river of life keeps on flowing. Our moods shift and change, our actions, our proclivities, our body chemistry, our brain chemistry. All of this is constantly shifting and moving within the ocean of universal energy and consciousness. So we are more prone to let life flow, which includes our own body-mind and its actions and reactions, the mode of the mind, the mood of the mind. And we can be more tolerant and accepting of the idiosyncrasies, the perceived faults and failings of others, when we have the understanding that the actions that come about through any body-mind organism are in fact the actions of the whole. It is the universe itself that has become and is functioning as whoever it is we're interacting with. And our own responses and actions are likewise the responses and actions of the universe itself. If you have a sense of determination to get something done, it's the universe itself arising as the sense of determination in you. But it may well happen that more gets done without any sense of determination. Life moves as it moves. Life is bubbling up within us. It's vibrating our cells. Consciousness is forever revealing itself to itself within itself. The dance of life is an unfolding miracle that includes a full spectrum of polarities and opposites. The full yin and yang is within every circumstance. Every thought you have has its opposite. So don't try to constrict yourself into being a good person. Let life flow. Don't dim your light. The best music has a full range of expression. And rest assured that the ocean of peace that you are remains unaffected. It's transcendental. You see, the body-mind exists in the realm of phenomenality, which is the realm of duality and yin and yang, up and down, good and bad, happy and sad, peaceful and angry, peace and conflict, hunger and the satisfaction of food, desire and frustration or desire and the fulfillment of the desire, action, inaction, you see. And a confusion happens in the spiritual path when we mistakenly seek to fulfill the promise of enlightenment through the medium of the organism. Do you see? The enlightenment, the revelation of our true nature, that which we are, this infinite peace, bliss, and oneness, is transcendental. It's in its own dimension, we can say. It is the here itself, the unchanging here and now. It's the bliss of a baby. It's the bliss that was already with you when you were born. You see, a baby is full of light and love and happiness. There's no duality there. Henceforth, yes, the love and peace is expressed on the face of the baby, but a baby can cry and scream. The baby doesn't worry, oh, I'm not appearing as the baby anymore. I need to be in the peaceful mode. The baby allows the full expression to happen, you see. And the confusion that can happen, which is often called level confusion, is that we seek to basically make the body and the mind spiritual, as if that the body will attain the enlightenment or the mind will attain the enlightenment. Whereas the body and the mind are the vehicles through which consciousness functions, and they are a perceiving apparatus. Enlightenment is that which is perceiving through the body and the mind, recognizing itself. And that consciousness itself is not an object. So don't attempt to make it an object. It's okay to have the goal, for example, to be more loving, to be kind, to be forgiving, but hold such goals lightly. And if you find yourself flipping someone off in the traffic, or frustrated at your children or your colleagues or your boss or your staff, if you run a business, then have some humility and recognize you are not the body-mind. You're not in charge. You're not in control. In fact, there's no separate you involved at all. All that's happening is the ego claims this is me. I'm upset. Or if things are going well, this is me. I'm happy. Whereas it's merely the body-mind in the unfolding of its destiny, all being witnessed by a non-objective consciousness, which is an ocean of seeing in which there is no seer, my dear. As the great Advaita sage Jean Klein said, there is not a single independent entity anywhere in the entire universe. All there is consciousness. Thank you.